This is a soap that almost became a complete failure. Here I am adding my coconut milk, and then I'm going to add my lye solution into my warm oils and butters. This is my rose soap, which it's a rose and sandalwood, and it does cause trace. I haven't made soap in a long time due to my busy schedule at my corporate job and other family obligations that I had, and I just wasn't really paying attention to how much I was mixing this soap. So here I just added the lye solution and I'm mixing it all up. Everything is going fine. Normally I mix this just to emulsion, which is about here. But instead I decide to turn up my blender and really blend it in. I'm just happily in my happy place. And then I add the rose and sandalwood fragrance oil. This is one of the few soap bars I have that is not an essential oil, and right away it started getting thick. I knew I wanted to pour some plain batter out, and I was already starting to panic. The other thing I did wrong, I normally completely hydrate my clays in warm oils and butter before I add it to the mix. I did not completely hydrate it. So I know I'm off camera a little bit here, but I am starting to panic big time. Normally, I would just stop and let it be as ugly as possible and just try to get it in, but soap is a science. So instead of panicking, well, I am panicking, let me assure you, but instead of just glopping it in, I decided to turn up my mixer and try to get the heat that the soap would cause by accelerating quickly to help it keep it more fluid. And you know what? It kind of worked. It's still very thick. This is not how I normally swirl this soap, but at this point, I'm just trying to save it. And even pouring it in the mold, you can see just how thick and gloppy this is. There is no amount of tapping down this mold that is going to get this to fix. I'm literally just trying to push it into the sides and get it all inside, or to hopefully cause as few air bubbles within the soap, but I know there is going to be some. So at this point, I'm just trying to get some interest, get it pushed down as far as I can into the mold, causing the least amount of air bubbles as possible. Again, I am freaking out, but I'm pretty proud of myself that I thought of the science of it. Let me just mix it to a higher speed, let the heat work with me and soften the mold or the batter back up, and it did. So now I'm just really trying to push it down as much as possible. And even as I start doing my signature swirl, I'm actually pushing it into the batter, trying to save this to the best of my ability. Even my chopstick, I was really just trying to salvage this and thought, I hope it is not super ugly. I am really just doing the best that I can to salvage this. And I'm feeling okay. Here's the next day. There is a little bit of soda ash. It is totally cosmetic. It just has a little haze on the top of the soap. So here I have just a normal closed steamer, and I am just steaming the tops to remove that soda ash. This soap is a pink soap. I color it with a rose clay. And so I'm just removing that little bit of soda ash that formed on the top. So here I've got my loaf splitter, and I'm splitting this into loaves. You can see a lot of air bubbles or air pockets that are on the side, but look at that cut. At this point, I did an internal sigh of relief. Hey, this might be okay. If it's just the ends that have some air pockets, I think I did pretty good, and I am not sad at all. even with this second cut, I am really impressed with as hard as this did get the batter when I'm pouring it in. I am very happy that, yes, I have some air bubbles on the ends of the loaf, but it looks like the inside of the loaf may be good. So let's get to the cut. This is definitely my favorite part, but I'm a little nervous. The end pieces, here's another look at those air bubbles, but again, those are just the end pieces. So let's see what it looks like. Hey, it's not bad. There is that tiny little air bubble, but I am okay with this. The design is different than what I normally do, but it is a complete bar. I am not sad at all. Here is the very last loaf. This one looks like there might be a lot of more air pockets. There was a bigger air pocket on the end. So you know what? That end soap is going to be mine. So this soap right there, I definitely am not going to sell that. I love the rose soap, and it looks like maybe the third or fourth bar in. Yeah, that one's going to be mine too. But that is not bad if that's all it is. If I have 2 bars of soap that didn't make it, I am okay with that. It smells fantastic.